Welcome back everyone, I'm TorNis, the host of this channel, TorNis Entertainment, and we have finally got some exciting news for the Phoenix Point project. The entire roadmap of 2021 has been posted today, and I'm here gonna make a very quick video discussing it pretty much, and gonna read together the key moments about here, and also gonna insert my personal thoughts and such. And yeah, it's been a while since I did Phoenix Point video, isn't it? Still, my Season 3 campaign is right there, and by this infographic that you see on a screen right now, you already can see that we have official dates. Well, some of them at least. The long-anticipated Festering Skies DLC 3 is coming on May 25th. But yeah, let's cover the whole thing here. So it says here monthly updates, regular free updates that focus on quality of life features, bugs and improvements, free cosmetics available around new DLC releases. Yeah, that's true, that usually happens. Some of them actually kind of gives advantage of these codes. So like the New Year one and other things, but whatever. This is actually not really true, like monthly updates, it's not every month happens, but they do. In fact, there was a tiny patch before, between my last video that I discussed, the Onyx patch, and today. It was a really tiny patch that barely did much, so I decided not to do a video about it. But yeah, Festering Skies finally here. We have May 25th. It says the skies darken with alien vessels and Phoenix Point must rise to the challenge. An all-new interception mode lets players build and upgrade their own aircraft to take a fight to the skies against the biggest foe yet, which is going to be the, to nobody's surprise, it's going to be Behemoth, that cut huge enemy that was, if you've been following the Kickstarter era and backers, and you know the difference between the release version, the current version, and what they cut for a feature or whatever reason. The Behemoth was one of those things, and it's a massive creature. People are excited to see it once again in action, and well, of course, here we have the key factors for the DLC, which is new type of the missions, which is pretty obvious, considering that aerial combat is going to be involved. The mini game of its own, so similar to the older XCOM games. In fact, it's gonna say here just in a moment. There's more text, by the way, and new enemies with the and the word is enemies, not enemy. But there's gonna be some inconsistency with within this graphic and the text. So honestly, when they say like with what is it called in English, plural, and so take it with a grain of salt, by the way, because it could be actually just one easily. And then we have, by the way, in case you thought that DLC 3 is going to be the final one, nope. It's been already common knowledge that they're going for 5 DLCs, and we have already the first information for DLC 4, which is called Corrupted Horizons. You can see here a little a creepy preview of the enemy. That's you have these long legs like that, daddy long legs, and the creature at the center. It's kind of disgusting looking there, but yeah, I'm not sure what kind of ability is gonna have here. A call for help brings new soldiers to the battlefield, and also, which is a new enemy that threatens to contaminate all life with a new vicious pandavirus strain. Epic. So late summer, it says here, a new class. Once again, it says new enemies, but we'll get to that later. New story. So interesting enough, the DLC 3 is not gonna apparently feature the story elements. But yeah, and we have also classified DLC 5, so no information on that. Gonna be in winter. But if we're gonna be realistic here, they're probably gonna delay that to the next year or something like that. It's possible, so COVID and these things are expected. And a final announcement they have here is console release confirmed for all the consoles except for Nintendo platform. Early quarter, fourth quarter. All previous series DLCs with updates gonna be there. Awesome. So considering I saw a lot of the messages on Discord, official Discord of the game, and just comments on the YouTube and Twitter, seems a lot of people are waiting for the console version, so good for them. Exciting, but have to wait a little bit longer for that, of course. And now let's move on to the text here that they also released alongside with this picture. So right now we're playtesting and optimizing our next DLC, Festering Skies, which features new missions and enemies, alongside the air combat and deception minigame that harkens back to the original XCOM. Festering Skies releases on May 25th. We can't wait to see how the behemoth, our largest enemy ever, shakes up your campaign. So yeah, totally, I'm signing up for that. We have more to share about Festering Skies soon, so you can sign up for their updates. It's nice indeed. I personally just use the official Discord and on Twitter. I'm following them, so I get the news right away. In fact, I just right now started recording this video like 30 minutes just after the initial thing. I want to be really fast here. So yeah, we're also in the midst of designing and developing another DLC to release later this summer. Corrupted Horizons, introduce new class enemy. So here it is. It could be some mistake or they just messed up, but it says here enemy and here enemies in the infographic. I would probably agree with people on Discord who are expecting that to be actually one type of enemy with different strands, yeah, and just with evolutions, like in the game progresses, you get different versions, but in reality it's going to be like one thing. So yeah, don't get your hopes high up on this one. An even more dangerous threat. DLC 5, which is still in early stages, will be more focused on vehicles and will release before the end of the year. So yeah, the vehicle is a key word here, and I'm gonna discuss that in a moment. Also have made a tough decision to move our console release to early Q4 of the year, so we can ensure to deliver best possible experience for console players. We know many of you are eagerly waiting, but the truth is we weren't happy with the state of the ports at this time. Well, totally fine. I mean, we all know the history for this game and how the Kickstarter phase and pre-release and then release went. You better make sure the things are working right there. The good news is that the console version will include all the available DLC. Awesome. Alright, so let's go back to the old picture again here. Alright, so DLC 5 is gonna be about vehicles, and you probably already figured out the pattern here. Seems like developers they're just trying to fix the weakest part of the game with each of the DLC. Like, instead of, I guess, try to bring, like, something truly expansion-like and unique, like, you know, XCOM 2, you know, did with the War of the Chosen, which was a massive extension of the game experience. Here, yeah, the DLC 1 was basically just, you know, adding mechs that were kind of promised and were missing out. So more customization for classes, so to speak. And then the DLC 2, which was pretty controversial and still is, Legacy of the Ancients, that introduced a lot of additional nuisance to the game in terms of managing resources, introducing too many new different types of resources you need to gather. The new type of... So people were complaining not enough like type of enemies, so there we go, got the Ancients now, epic. But outside of that, they also introduced yeah, pressure to have much more aircrafts to control the mining operations and defending them, and it's just a lot of distraction. In fact, as we speak, still to this point, veterans of the both series of XCOM and Phoenix Point on their official Discord are talking about how they prefer to actually disable DLC 2 or some even disable DLC 1. But the reason is because they just feel distracted. They don't deal with this. But by the time they get access to these legendary weapons from Ancients, you're already technically powerful or OP to finish up the game. So you're getting stalled, yeah, unless you're into it in masochistic challenge or some kind of other restriction. So it's not even gonna be that kind of fulfilling and rewarding, and you cannot rush it too early because of just not enough resources, restrictions, time, things, and also really hard battles, yeah. But that being said, DLC 2, unfortunately, like I personally cannot really think of disabling it because it features brand new music that's probably one of my favorite music for the whole game. Really nice design of the maps and the structure of the maps, which makes it pretty fun to play there and defend, attack. So those will be things that are going to be lost if you just disable it like that. And yeah, of course, new type of enemies and stuff. But yeah, it did introduce a lot of complications and this thing you need to micromanage. That's quite a big part of the player base wasn't too happy about it. But yeah, so once again, just talking about the DLCs in general, the trend of developers try to fix the existing issues since the release of the game. And then DLC 3, well, they're gonna introduce the missing factor of the game, aka the air combat that, you know, XCOM fans were expecting from Gollop, and of course the return of the behemoth creature. That's gonna be epic, yeah. And I'm gonna be also honest, I kind of worried about the release of Western Skies, and probably not just me, because oh boy, if there's gonna be major mechanic introduced, and the thing is, I've seen a lot. I played so many different projects and video games in the industry of the current generation and previous one. Been here for a while, you know, as a content creator, gamer, tester, the private tester for games, and unfortunately, how the Snapshot games handle this development situation is pretty, like, I don't know, they're not allowing any public betas or any, they don't take the feedback honestly that well. Sure, there's this site where you can upvote and stuff and suggest things, but it's these things are developing kind of slow, and you know how the release version was that lacked a lot of good feedback from Kickstarter people that were trying to help the game and stuff. And during the release of the game, there was a huge clash, I mean, from the people who, like, just were not ready to accept what the game was offering. A lot of bugs, like interface issues, and things that were pulling off from enjoyment, unfortunately. And I was also the person who experienced the release build and everything. We had a couple seasons, you know, gameplay there. I just had to... I was in a, you know, the team of players who were just like, gotta deal with it. The game is very good either way in terms of being an XCOM fan and having these tactical battles, and I really actually like this free aim feature. So unlike the Firaxis games and other XCOM likes that you might think of. So yeah, there was a strong sides, but unfortunately negative sides overwhelmed a release, and you can even still see there was also controversial with the Epic exclusivity thing, so a lot of people were hitting already on the game from there, and you can still see that on Steam page the game doesn't have high ratings, and it's even mixed right now from the recent, if you check, like 60%. Ouch. It's honestly not deserving that, but hey, there are definitely issues, and I'm not gonna be blind for them. I just know how to avoid them or like try to outplay these issues, but it doesn't necessarily mean that every person wants to deal with this or just a more pleasant experience with the game. But yeah, I was just expressing that when the Festering Sky is going to be released, be cautious, because there will be maybe even safe issues, the campaign stuff, some incompatibility for other game mechanics that the Phoenix Point have. And yeah, I was about to mention that since I see through how the successful games are receiving feedback and Discord community interactions and just all these little details, the Phoenix Point official Discord, while it does have some kind of these the roles for council people who have apparently connections to the developers, but they also say themselves that the developers don't really listen to them. They're just there for the role, and they don't really influence much. And yeah, it's a bit sad. It's we have no way to make sure that the quality of upcoming content is going to be on par and release. We just have to trust, you know, who is there working on these. And well, so far the thing is, so far every release was it could have been better. It could have been better, basically. So I'm not gonna you know, be surprised that you want to wait maybe more time to enjoy another campaign of this game, you know, for maybe DLC 4 time or even 5. Like when this was released, the picture, people on my Discord server and some other blogs just suggested, oh, well, here we go, maybe it's better to wait for DLC 5 and at the end of the year and then kick on with another season campaign and stuff like that. Well, you know how it's gonna be here on my channel. I have to cover this, right? Because of my personal love for the XCOM type games. But yeah, I wish you the best luck, the Phoenix Point team and everybody who's working, developing on that, because you gotta make sure you get this trust for the community once again, and quality, exciting update that will not just exist there, but will return a lot of players again, and be exciting to start a new campaign. And yeah, continuing the discussion of DLCs and how they're trying to fix the weakest parts of the game. The Corrupted Horizons, it's kind of hard to judge really what's gonna be here in terms of the weakest parts, and just a new type of enemy, basically, a new class. Hard to predict again what that's gonna be. Could be a pretty major change for the entire game, actually, if we're talking about, it's not just like Mac or mutations, and gonna be brand new class that you can multi-class into other things. And well, it's balancing, and the balancing was a bit of an issue in this game for even to this day. Some abilities are still like way above the power threshold, so to speak, than some other, but it's been much better than before, of course. In the release version of the Phoenix Point, so many broken combinations, so many abuses, insane, like, yeah, the willpower system was also a mess. Anyway, and DLC 5 is gonna be, we have a clue that it's gonna be something about vehicles, which is, yeah, totally the part of the tactical aspect of the game, which could definitely take an improvement, some kind of more excitement. The computer doesn't really take a good control of them when you're fighting against them. Still wondering why the heck you cannot insta-kill worms with your vehicles, for instance, and other details. Some customization, armor change, different type of weapons, add-ons, like other modules maybe. There's a plenty of ideas you can come up with here. And yeah, the vehicles were also quite buggy, you know, the Anno faction had specifically. And remember when you buy like vehicle, they were just stripped from anything. There's no weapon on them. Oh, and they stuck in the base defense missions and other places because they're big and so messy in general. So many people just avoid vehicles whatsoever. Of course, now it's a pretty common strategy to use a standard vehicle. For instance, even to late game, it does a good job. There's a few other strats you can do with them, but generally, it just might not exist there, yeah. And it just feels that you shouldn't bother with that. And yeah, once again, once we get more information, I will bring you that here, discuss, or during the future episodes / streams of my Phoenix Point campaigns. For now, I guess that's gonna be it. I definitely, well, since I'm recording this without any cuts and it's just one take here, pardon me, I haven't expressed some of my thoughts in 100% as I wanted, but I think I did a good job. And just wanted to keep you guys updated on the Phoenix Point. Its roadmap is here. We got the news. Please be vigilant in terms of expectations. We once again don't really have any way to make sure that the quality of release of new content is going to be top-notch, the best it could be. It could be many UI again issues, some incompatibility with previous gameplay mechanics. It could be just right away unplayable situations or corruptions, you know, safe corruptions. Please don't. We suffered already enough. Anyway, I should probably wrap up the video. It's already more than 20 minutes. I am personally happy, of course, to see this and got some tiny bit more information than I was expecting, of course. And if you want to immediately know about the Phoenix Point stuff, you can, of course, follow them on their socials. I recommend probably the best way is the Discord server. You get the pinged, or you can also follow my stuff. There's the Twitter on TorNis7, my handle, or here on YouTube. I will be providing you with more of those information videos, or of course a continuation of Season 3, or perhaps even Season 4 with the Festering Skies. Yeah, now that we know about the May 25th, I actually need to think about how I'm gonna handle. I really want to show you more legacy of the ancient stuff within Season 3, since I, you know, spent so much time and effort and in-game days and real-life days to get to that point of macro that I achieved, and it would be a shame, you know, not to finish it or something. But considering I have plenty of indie games and other projects that I'm gonna be doing coming soon, it's yeah, it's not exactly too much time here in my hands. But yeah, leave a comment, tell me what you think here. There's probably gonna be some people from Discord who are gonna check out and see what we have here with Phoenix Point. I'll see you soon, and thanks for watching.